Welcome to your daily dose of the ultimate sales machine. Amanda Holmes here, CEO of Chet Homes International, and I have with me Luis / Fonzi that's going to give us another wonderful quote from Biz Bros.
What's up, Amanda? Thank you so much for having me here. It's an honor to share some of my beloved quotes from the Ultimate Sales Machine. And this one, I was going through it again, going through some of the notes, and I read this one and I actually thought to myself, this applies to me still today, right? Years later after I highlighted this. And it says, tips for salespeople and one-person armies. We're not a one-person army anymore, but very important. Every salesperson should have at least 2.5 hours a day of brand new prospecting. And that's for salespeople who have a full load of current clients. Salespeople who are not managing a large list of current clients need to do at least 4 hours per day of pure cold calling. And then I highlighted at the very bottom, if you're a one-person army or a very small company and you, as the entrepreneur, are the main person responsible for growing the company, then you personally must spend at least 2.5 hours per day growing your company. That resonates a lot because like going off of the previous quote that I shared, and make sure you guys check out that episode, right, where we talk a little bit about being reactive and proactive. Sometimes we don't do the prospecting, we don't do the cold calling, we don't do the building relationships and rapport with the people that we have in our CRM, in our network. We forget about that and we go into problem solving mode, right? Putting out fires. And we forgot about that part, which is what is actually gonna grow the business, right? Closing some deals. And it's crazy because I go back and look at the times where we have the most growth, and it's clearly the times that we've invested the most into building those relationships, right? For us, we sell out. I feel like we sell in a very specific way through building relationships through our podcast, right? Not through actually reaching out to a lot of people. But when we put the intention of actually building those relationships with the people, the guests that we're bringing in the podcast, that is when things move on. And when we stop building those relationships, where we don't put as much intention, we can tell the bank account and everything is, whoa. And then we need to put the energy back on and go back at it.
I love how you do your sales process, right? I'm a perfect example of this, right? I forgot exactly how we met. Oh, I spoke at an event. And then, yeah, PodMax. And then you said, hey, let's do an interview. So then I did an interview and I didn't realize that's how you bring people into your world, right? Interview them, then they get to know you. They learn to like and trust you through that interview process. Yep. And then afterwards you say, hey, would you like to know a little bit more about what we do? And then you educate them, right? And then they can either say, oh yeah, I'm interested in what you do. Or what happened with us was then you followed up. And all throughout social, you started commenting on the different things. I think in my session with you guys, I taught you about what I did with that. And then you went and did it on me, which was really impressive because that doesn't happen very often.
We're like, we got to take notes, we got to implement. And we actually use a play from your dad's book, now your book as well, which is the Dream 100. And that is kind of like the basis of how we do it. We're like, okay, who are the people that we really want to connect with, that we would love to serve? And it would be amazing to have a partnership with and a friendship at that point. And those are the people that we reach out to, bring to the podcast, and then we actually create content branded for you guys. It has nothing to do with us, no branding at all. And we give that to you so you can post that, right? We want to highlight you and your message and make you look super, super cool. And we send that to our guests, right? That's part of that intentional approach of building rapport that you're talking about. And I'm telling you, when the moments that I look back and we let that go, we put that on the side to put fires inside of the business, you can notice a trend of, oh, the business is slowing down. But when we're actually doing those activities daily, we can notice a trend of the business. You feel the momentum, the business is growing. And again, you're building rapport.
And this has been huge. So you now manage my whole podcasting process, Biz Bros. I love it. And I'm so grateful. I never would have been able to take on, we were doing one a week and now we're doing dailies, which has been already increased. Our engagement in the first 30 days increased by like about 30%, I believe. And we're tracking everything is up, right? And it's because of all of your assistance, which It was interesting to see me go through that process, your sales process, and you giving value ahead of time. I really like your sales process.
Thank
For
you.
everybody that's listening, it's also critical for you to realize that we do things that are smart or brilliant, and yet we don't have the pig-headed discipline and determination to continue to do those things over and over again to make it clockwork, right? That's how we create that systemizable business that can get from 1 million to 5, from 5 to 10, from 10 to 100 million and beyond. It's procedurizing the things that are working. So you have to work on that business to figure out what they are and then implement them into the day-to-day processes. So
100%.
This has been really great. Thank you so much, Luis.
Thank you, Amanda. It was awesome.
Biz Bros. How do they find Biz Bros?
You guys can go to bizbros.co, no M, just .co, and then you can find us there, or just look for us on Instagram. If you put Luis Camejo, you're going to find my brother and I. We have the same name, same profile picture. We make it very confusing for people.
Thank you so much, Luis. And that is your daily dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine. Make sure to get your copy or copies at theultimatesalesmachine.com. There's a lot of special bonuses that you can't get going to Amazon. So make sure you check it out at ultimatesalesmachine.com.